So you and I have been watching a documentary on Michael Jordan. Quite remarkable. So what's the relationship between Michael Jordan and the authentic self? How does he represent that?
Well, the authentic self does have a distinct quality about it in that it's unique. There's something distinctive. So you think about anybody in history or anyone you know, there's no one that has ever been like that person or ever will be like that person, or even that animal, or that tree. That's a distinct feature of authenticity, is uniqueness. So you ask yourself, like, what makes Michael Jordan unique? What is it that compels me to, it draws me to learn more about him, almost like to taste what this unique property is. And I've never come across an athlete like Michael Jordan, but he's more than an athlete, he's a soul. And so his authentic self and the nature of how that shows up, this documentary in 10 series is highlighting it. And it's compelling watching. And we could say that's because it's about Michael. And in part, that's true. Well, what it's really about is what is Michael and my draw to him reflecting to me about me? So I come forward with an answer, which is, he's fierce. He's a fierce, fierce being. He brings a level of intention and focus, intentionality, where he doesn't hold anything back. He's the epitome of wholeheartedness, which I just celebrate each time I watch him. And that's not only in the historical films of his playing, but even now his participation, his being interviewed for this, his reflections. The same essence of his being isn't here now as it was then. He's beyond being an athlete. He's an incredible soul. So I could go on about other qualities that he strikes in me, stirs in me. One of them is graciousness. He's got this remarkable ability to be with people in an easy, playful, unifying way. And he's honorable towards them. And it's quite clear he's beyond being identified with himself as a black man. Yes, he's a black man and there's a nobility in that. He's also incredibly gorgeous. He's one of the most gorgeous people I've ever met. So that's not something he had anything to do with. That was just given to him. But it is part of the package that just makes the draw so compelling. So I see that he provides a mirror. And anybody that we're drawn to that stirs us deeply, we would be very wise to ask ourselves, what qualities do they have that I'm compellingly drawn to that reflect the qualities that I have inside?
So that's key, because I feel like one of the the paradox and the give and take of when we look at people or in the spotlight is that we're inspired by them and at the same time kind of intimidated, or we're reminded of what we lack. But what you're saying is something different, a different orientation.
Right. I'm talking about moving beyond idolizing someone and starting to look at what are the things that are, it's like to own the projection. What is it that I place into Michael that I say only exists in Michael and place up on a pedestal? And instead, own those qualities in myself. I'm an incredibly fierce person. I'm wholehearted. I'm like him. I don't leave anything on the floor. I leave it all out there. And I'm also gracious. I love being with people in a sweet way, where my humanity touches their humanity in simple ways. I also have a temper like he does. It can get fierce and sometimes harsh. And that's not been easy for me to accept, but that's part of the mix.
So it's not about the athleticism. It's not about his ability to dunk and all that. It's about kind of the deeper traits that he has that we can see in ourselves.
Yeah, it's about what gets sparked inside of us experientially when we're engaged in a relationship with him. That's the rich harvest. That's identifying the authentic self as reflected in someone, in this case, Michael Jordan.